This is related but separate from just the trip itself. It's been more than 2 weeks since the election. This was an election that elected a man that President Biden has repeatedly referred to as an existential threat. So why is it that the American people have not heard President Biden talk about this threat since the election?
Because there was an election and the American people spoke. Mm-hmm. The will of the American people was very clear. Right? And so the president is now in a situation where we have to deal with a peaceful transfer of power. And, to the points that you made, I've been asked about existential threat. I've been asked about threat to our democracy. The president is always going to be honest with the American people. He feels like he is obligated. What he said still stands. But we are now in a different place. We are. The American people spoke. They deserve a peaceful transfer of power. That's what this president wants to do.
What is the White House view on Speaker Johnson saying that he will bar transgender women from using Capitol bathrooms as something that Congresswoman Nancy Mace has clearly raised in regards to Representative-elect Sarah McBride?
So I would, when I think about that question, I think about what the Congresswoman-elect said, and who, as you know, the president has a close relationship with and is very proud of her. And what she said is, I'm not here to fight about bathrooms. I'm here to fight for Delawareans and to bring down costs facing families. And we agree with her. We think that's incredibly important to focus on the American people. Obviously, for her, it's the Delawareans who she represents. And so, again, the president is proud of her. I'm not going to add to that.
Has he called her in recent days after this?
I don't have a conversation to speak to. As you know, they had a moment to speak on the night of the election. He was able to call her and congratulate her. I don't have anything else to add.
Have you spoken to your named successor? And if so, what advice do you have for her?
Oh, I didn't know that was where you're going. Following up, I didn't think it was that follow-up. Look. I'm not going to speak to every personnel pick, specific personnel pick. I'm going to reiterate a little bit of what I just shared with MJ, which is that, over the past 4 years, we have done the best, I think, to stick to expected norms of the office. I have not spoken to my successor. What I will say is that I certainly wish her luck. And this was a great job. And it is an honor to speak on behalf of the President of the United States. It is a privilege, and it is something that I am very proud to have done for almost 4 years. So I'll leave it.
The person who's going to take your place.
Oh, goodness.
When in time for the American public to hear from the spokesperson on a daily basis, or do you believe that the president can do it himself?
Look, I'm not going to speak how any administration decides to do the business of the American people, how to decide to communicate with the American people. What I can speak to is what we try to do, which is bring back the norms of how this all works.